What's going on? I am Derek Hardy, creator of the Bet MLB projection system. You may also recognize me from my numerous appearances on ESPN talking about DFS and analytics. And this year, I am diving into NFL with my brand new DFS projection system, the Blitz. The Blitz is a system I've developed over the last 1,000 hours that incorporates a ton of really cool sabermetric and mathematical concepts to help you create your best NFL DFS lineups. The Blitz accounts for all the basics like the quality of your quarterback and your running back, but it also accounts for some more intricate things like the quality of the opposing defense against different receiver types, against deep or short passes, against the run. It accounts for offensive lines and various weather factors and team tendencies and game scripts. It accounts for scouting combine data and aging effects and all sorts of really cool things that should give you an edge on your DFS competition. All that being said, I am going to show you how the Blitz works today and how you can use it to help you build your lineups. Okay, so the Blitz is available in the RotoGrinders daily marketplace. So if you go to the marketplace and you scroll down to the Blitz, you click on the Blitz, scroll down, and you click on the Blitz projections. All right, so what you see here are the Blitz's projections. The top projected player is Tom Brady. And you see here, these are all of the different categories that the Blitz is projecting. And the best way to think about this is this. If we were to simulate this matchup millions and millions of times, this projection is the average expectation for all of those games. So over those millions and millions of games in this exact same matchup, Tom Brady would be expected to average 333 passing yards, a little over 3 passing touchdowns, 6 rushing yards, on and on and on. From there, what the Blitz does is it looks at each site's scoring system. It combines the projected stats with the worth of those stats on each site, and it comes up with a final projected fantasy point number. From there, the Blitz will also help you calculate the best values. Even though Tom Brady is the top projected player, he might not necessarily be the top projected value if he has a high salary. Of course, in DFS, you always have to find cheaper value players to help fit in around your stars. And so the fantasy points per dollar column is sortable and lets you figure out who the best values are. So if we were to sort the value column, we would see that Russell Wilson is the top projected value on this slate. Now, because the Blitz is projecting the average expected production of a player, it is best suited for cash games where a player's upside isn't necessarily relevant. You just want the best players overall in cash games. But for GPPs, you can certainly use the Blitz as well by identifying players that the Blitz likes more than the general public does. If the Blitz has a player projected really high that is expected to only be 5 or 10% owned, he could potentially be a good GPP play. Another way to try to identify GPP upside is the deep target column. So if we look at receivers and we sort by deep targets, we see that Mike Evans is projected for the most deep targets. Theoretically, deep targets can result in big gains and long touchdowns. And so that might be a way to help you identify potential GPP plays. The Blitz updates multiple times per week to account for things like weather and changing Vegas game totals and game scripts and player usage, their targets and their carries and whatnots. And so it's important to check back throughout the week because the Blitz does update the projections. The projections that you see on Tuesday or Wednesday at the very start of the week are going to be very preliminary and are not necessarily going to be the same projections you're going to see on Sunday. Especially as the week goes on, we dig down into the projections and we optimize them. We figure out which players we think are more likely to accrue more targets this week or see a larger share of the workload in the backfield. And so as those things start to get adjusted, you will see the projections shift throughout the week. So in an ideal world, you're going to be checking back on the Blitz throughout the week, and in particular on Sundays as close to game day as possible to get the most accurate projections from the Blitz. Now, if you click on these little 3 bars here, you'll drop down and you'll see a bunch of filters that you can use with the Blitz. You can select only certain teams that you may want to view. Maybe you don't want to see certain games. You can choose which fields you want to see. Maybe you don't care about deep targets, so you can hide deep targets and you can only show the fields that you actually care about. So one of the cool things about the Blitz is that it works with RotoGrinders Lineup Builder and Lineup HQ tools. So if we click on this orange button, Import into Lineup Builder, we can build a sample lineup. Now, there are other tutorials that explain how Lineup Builder works, so I'd highly recommend going to check those out. But for now, let's say that we want to build a lineup around Mike Evans because we think he has high upside. So we can search for Mike Evans. We can lock him in, and then let's maybe lock in Jameis Winston as his quarterback as well. And then if we click the Build Lineup button, it will build a lineup that all include Winston and Evans, and it will fill in around those guys with values that the Blitz likes. So if we scroll down, you can set all kinds of filters, but it'll initially create 10 lineups for you. You can go through, you can see which lineups you like, and from there, you can export the lineups to CSV, you can import them into your DFS site of choice, and you're good to go. All right, that is going to do it. Hopefully this has been useful in helping you figure out kind of how the Blitz works, how you can use it to build better NFL DFS lineups. The Blitz is available in the RotoGrinders daily marketplace. Seasonal subscriptions are $99.99 per year. Monthly subscriptions are $29.99. As an added bonus, along with your subscription, you get access to the Blitz chat room where subscribers kind of hang out and swap advice, and I stop in from time to time and answer questions, which I'm always happy to do, either in the chat room or on Twitter at Derek Carty. All that being said, I hope this has been useful. I hope you do really well this NFL season, and good luck.